Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So Leslie Wexner was a longtime friend and client of accused pedophile and child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. He also really inexplicably sold his New York mansion to Epstein for a fraction of its market value. I mean, obscene reduction of price over what it could have netted on the open market. He also turned over his vast fortune to Epstein, though no one could ever find a legitimate reason for any of this. Well, Wexner is also one of the men who Virginia Roberts Giuffre claims to have had sex with as a minor, as directed by Epstein. And another Epstein victim also accused Wexner's wife, Abigail, of allowing her to be sexually assaulted by Epstein and his longtime girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. And she claims that the assault occurred in Wexner's home. Now, Wexner, as you may or may not know, was the founder of the mega corporation known as L Brands. L Brands is the parent company of very popular stores that you definitely heard of, like Victoria's Secret, The Limited, and things like that. I believe it also includes Bed Bath & Beyond, but not 100% positive on that. Well, due to the pandemic and then Wexner's now exposed deep ties to Epstein coming out, L Brands has taken quite a financial hit. So shareholders are now suing Wexner and senior leaders at the corporation, claiming that Wexner and others are responsible for much of the company's financial issues. They claim that Wexner's ties to Epstein plus internal sexual harassment issues are to blame for tanking a deal that would have helped this company, which is really failing, and it would have helped them to stay afloat. So here's the deal. According to the lawsuit, shareholders allege that top L Brand executives sexually harassed employees for decades, all while Epstein managed Wexner's fortune. They also say that this took place at the same time that Epstein used Wexner's home, quote, for liaisons with victims. In addition, the lawsuit named L Brand's marketing chief, a man named Edward Razik, as a defendant, and they allege that he harassed both fashion models and senior executives for years. They say that Wexner and others at the company knew about this. They were totally aware. And rather than taking action and doing anything to protect the employees or the models, or to even seek any damages from Razik, they instead just use company funds to pay hush money. And then they'd have all these women sign non-disclosure agreements. And the legal filing also accuses the Wexners of giving Epstein, quote, access to the company's facilities, assets, and personnel. And it says that, quote, Mr. Wexner knew or should have known that Epstein was using his relationship with the Wexners to recruit aspiring models. So basically they're saying, Epstein used this as his own playground to find new victims. And in 2020, apparently, L Brands had a deal on the table, which later went down in flames. So this is the crux of the lawsuit and why shareholders say they've been damaged by the Wexners and others' actions in the company. There was a private equity firm called Sycamore Partners, and they had agreed to pay $525 million to purchase a majority stake in Victoria's Secret, which was desperately needed. Well, when the pandemic hit, the deal started to fall apart. So the two parties sued each other. And even though L Brands could have sought a breakup fee because Sycamore basically just backed out of the deal, Sycamore used L Brands' sexual misconduct allegations as leverage. So Wexner's company and the top brass were basically forced to back off because they couldn't say, no, we didn't do any of this, or no, there were no ties to Epstein, when it's well documented. So, just more fallout from Epstein. And if Wexner is guilty, he needs to spend the rest of his miserable life in jail. All right, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I'll talk with you soon. Take care.